Bills Mafia, let me tell you something. Right off the bat, this team is on a mission. Every practice, every off-season workout, every single rep, it's all about one thing: improvement. The Buffalo Bills are committed to getting better, to sharpening their edge, and to bringing home the kind of results that this city has been craving for decades. And Sunday night, that was proof. Proof that this group has the heart, the talent, and the resilience to fight through adversity and come out on top. Before we dive into this incredible story, do me a quick favor. Smash that like button, drop a comment below, and if you're new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss a single update on your Buffalo Bills. Because what we witnessed against the Baltimore Ravens in Week 1, Bills Mafia, that was one for the ages. It wasn't just any home opener. This was the last opener in Highmark Stadium history. The old barn in Orchard Park has seen so many memories, thrilling wins, heartbreaking losses, blizzards, and battles. And if there was ever a fitting farewell, this was it. The Bills trailed by 15 points late in the fourth quarter. The Ravens were rolling. Lamar Jackson looked like his usual MVP self, and most NFL fans probably thought Buffalo was done. But if you've been around this team long enough, you know you never count out Josh Allen, and you certainly never count out the heart of this fan base. And at the center of it all, none other than Keon Coleman. The second-year wide receiver didn't just play a game. He announced himself to the entire NFL. 8 catches, 112 yards, a touchdown. But more than the stat line, it was the timing of those plays. Every big moment, every clutch drive, number 19 was right there. After the game, Coleman gave a powerful message to Syracuse.com's Matt Perino. And this wasn't just your average "we're happy we won" kind of comment. No, Coleman kept it real. He said, "To me, it's another game. For us, the NFL, a lot of one-score games out here, so every win is a big win, no matter what team name across their chest. For us, like I said, it's another win. It is a good win because they're on our side, and historically, we both be in the playoffs and have to beat each other to get to the big dance." That's perspective right there. The kid didn't let the emotions of an epic comeback cloud the bigger picture. He understands it's just one win. A great win, yes, but still only Week 1. The job is far from finished. Coleman made it clear what fueled that performance: the work. He talked about the offseason grind, building chemistry with Josh Allen, taking reps on the field and mental reps in the classroom, staying after practice, locking in on the small details. All that effort showed up when it mattered most, under the lights of Sunday Night Football. He said, "The work we put in the offseason and during camp just showing up, the trust that he put into me, and like I said, the hard work we put in, the reps, the mental reps in the classroom, on the field, after practice, just coming to fruition." Bills Mafia, that's not just talk. You could see it in the way Allen trusted him on those late throws, including that monster 25-yard gain to set up Matt Prater's game-winning kick. Coleman also gave us what I think should be the word of the season: execution. He explained how the team never panicked, even when they were down 15. They just took it one play at a time. Chip away, keep believing. As long as there was time on the clock, they knew they had a chance. And when the moment came, they executed. That's how you turn what looks like a devastating loss into one of the most unforgettable wins in franchise history. And Coleman didn't hold back when giving credit to Josh Allen. He made sure everyone knew who made the check, who saw the coverage, and who put the ball where it needed to be. Again, kudos to Josh. It was all his work. He seen the coverage, broke it down, made a check. I ran the route, made the play, and won from there. Had to get down. We didn't want Lamar back with the ball again. That's respect, not only for Allen, but for Lamar Jackson too. Coleman knew that if Lamar got one more possession, it could have been a different story. Instead, the Bills controlled the clock, set up the kick, and walked it off on their terms. And you know who's not surprised? Dion Dawkins. The big man told the entire league before the season started, "Get ready for Keon Coleman." After one game, it looks like Dawkins was spot on. Coleman isn't just a young receiver with potential. He's already a difference maker. But it wasn't just Coleman stealing the headlines. Joey Bosa, that Joey Bosa, was buzzing after the game. Bosa, playing in his first NFL game not wearing a Chargers uniform, said he felt like he was in a dream. He said, "That was unbelievable. I don't know if I've ever been this happy after a win. The fireworks went off, and I literally feel like I'm in a dream state right now. Too bad that wasn't the Super Bowl, but it felt like it." That's a 10-year NFL veteran saying this felt different. Think about that. Sure, he admitted the defense has plenty to clean up, can't be giving up 40 points and 235 rushing yards, but he also acknowledged the rare magic of what just happened. And part of that was because of this fan base. Highmark Stadium, in its final opener, gave Bosa a welcome he won't forget. On the surface, this was everything we could ask for in a season opener. Prime time, Highmark Stadium's last home opener, Josh Allen doing Josh Allen things, leading a furious comeback with less than 5 minutes left, capped by Prater's game-winning kick to seal a 41-40 victory. It was magical. It was emotional. It was the type of win that Bills Mafia will be talking about for years to come. But if we're keeping it real, that miracle comeback doesn't erase the fact that the Bills were dominated for most of the night. The truth is, Buffalo didn't win this game solely because of brilliance. Baltimore made the kind of mistakes that have haunted them for years. Rookie kicker Tyler Loop missed an extra point. John Harbaugh's late-game clock management was questionable at best. Derrick Henry coughed up a costly fumble, and somehow the Ravens let Buffalo sneak into field goal range at the end of the first half. Those mistakes gave the Bills life, but if we're looking at the big picture, we can't count on playoff-caliber teams handing us those opportunities every week. One of the biggest concerns that showed up Sunday night was the safety position. For years, Micah Hyde and Jordan Poyer were the anchors of Sean McDermott's defense. Smart, physical, and reliable, but now both are gone. Instead, the Bills are rolling with Cole Bishop and Taylor Rapp, and against Baltimore, the flaws were obvious. Rapp finished with the lowest defensive grade on the team according to Pro Football Focus, a dreadful 39.1 overall. He looked out of position in coverage, gave up 4 catches for 72 yards, and struggled to take good angles against the run. Bishop was slightly better, but he too showed vulnerabilities in coverage. And let's be honest, if Lamar Jackson and Todd Monken can expose that, what's going to happen when Patrick Mahomes or Joe Burrow get their chance? That middle of the field is going to be a target all season unless McDermott and his staff find a solution. And that leads us to another uncomfortable question. Outside of Josh Allen, where are the true difference makers on this roster? Ed Oliver? When he's at his best, he's a wrecking ball. We saw flashes of that Sunday night. Deion Dawkins? He's been one of the league's more reliable left tackles, but he's not getting younger. Christian Benford? Maybe he develops into that shutdown guy, but right now it feels thin. When you look across the field at Baltimore, you see Roquan Smith, Kyle Hamilton, Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson, players who can tilt the balance of a game. That's the kind of top-end talent Buffalo keeps running into at the end of playoff runs, especially against Kansas City. And once again, it was clear Sunday night that the Bills are asking Allen to make up for that gap almost entirely on his own. Now, here's the double-edged sword. Josh Allen is capable of it. We just watched him do it. He's one of the most dynamic, fearless quarterbacks the league has ever seen. But can he carry that load every single time Buffalo faces an elite opponent? That's a huge ask. In the regular season, you can get away with it. In January, against teams with multiple All-Pro players, it becomes a lot harder. That's where the concern lies. It's not about whether Allen can produce magic. It's about how often he'll be forced to pull a rabbit out of the hat just to keep this team alive. The good news? The AFC East looks a little softer than expected. The Dolphins dropped their opener, the Jets still look like a question mark, and the Patriots, well, they're the Patriots these days. Buffalo was the only AFC East team to win in Week 1. That gives Allen and company a nice head start, and in a long season, every edge counts. There's also a world where none of this matters. Maybe Allen does what he did Sunday night 3 or 4 times in the postseason. Maybe Coleman keeps emerging as a star wide receiver. Maybe Oliver has a career year. Maybe the coaching and culture carry this team farther than anyone expects. We've seen stranger things in the NFL, and if there's one quarterback who can shoulder that kind of weight, it's Josh Allen. So, what does this all mean? On paper,
it's just one win. But it's a statement that the Bills can go toe-to-toe with another AFC powerhouse, take their best punch, and still find a way to win. It's a message that Josh Allen and Keon Coleman are building something special, that Matt Prater still has ice in his veins, that Joey Bosa can bring energy and passion to a defense that still needs some fine-tuning. And above all, it's proof that Bills Mafia will be there, win or lose, creating one of the most electric atmospheres in all of sports. So now I turn it over to you, Bills Mafia. What did you think of Keon Coleman's breakout performance? Do you believe he's about to emerge as Buffalo's next star wide receiver? And how about that comeback? Was this the most thrilling win you've ever seen in Highmark Stadium? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I can't wait to hear what you all think. And don't forget, hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and turn on notifications so you don't miss a second of Bills coverage all season long. This is just the beginning, the job's not finished, and you better believe the Buffalo Bills are just getting started. Go Bills!